Johnson calls you and says he's going to kill Jeff Lowe. You're like, don't do that. You call Bryant. What does Bryant do?
Tells me to call the sheriff.
Okay.
Make a report because, and then I was walking up pins and needles because I didn't want them to have that recording or whatever and say, what if he would have killed Jeff?
Right.
So I called and asked, what do I do? And he's like, call the sheriff. So I called the sheriff the next morning. And the sheriff was like, we don't have any 911 calls from you. I said, yeah, you do. I sent him the recording of the 911 call. He's like, their phones weren't recording or whatever. So I sent him the tape. And I actually wanted that idiot picked up because that idiot just came out of a mental ward for like 3 days. So the guy was freaking goofy.
Jeff Johnson, before he made that threat?
Yeah, he was in a 3-day lockdown or whatever. These guys just clinically crazy. And he doesn't know anything about anything. He actually made a pass at Joe. Joe turned him down. Yeah, that really did happen. But he knows nothing.
He says he recorded calls too. He doesn't have them anymore. Yeah, whatever. That's why I never.
So I just called to see what did he want me to do with this guy, and he's like, "Well, call." And the sheriff's department didn't do anything with it. So I just sent him. I emailed him the tapes.
Well, what gets interesting on that, and I don't know if it's something yet or not, but then Jeff Johnson flips for some reason. He goes from anti-Joe to pro-Joe.
Oh yeah, he flipped about 5 times.
Did he?
Yeah, he was Joe's fan, then he was trying to get Joe out. Then he was his fan, and he was trying to get Joe out. Then he hates Jeff. He wanted to go all after Jeff. Then him and Jeff are talking every day. Yeah, that guy.
Whoever gave him attention.
Whoever gave him attention. He was a attention star. And he'd call me, threaten me. Well, I'm going to expose you because you know more than I know. You need to tell me what's going on. Like, he would try to force me to give him information. And I would pick up the phone call every now and then and kind of pacify the guy like I cared about him, whatever, just because all they do is go to social media, and I have family and stuff. These people go after everybody. If you don't pay them attention, you're their target, then they're going to start calling family members or why, They're a group of psychotic people. Like, all those people online are just psychotic. Like in this Joe situation. So I just turned the tape over to the sheriff.
So, and meanwhile, Bryant and James Johnson are chatting like little girls.
Yeah, but I guess somewhere when they were chit-chatting every day, Jeff Johnson turned on Matt.
Right.
And then Matt quit taking his calls.
And Matt got afraid.
And then Jeff Johnson was calling Matt's boss, is what I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Making all kinds of insinuations. And then Matt just stopped all communication with
That
him.
might be a FOIA request, too.
Yeah. So
communication with Jeff Johnson. And
Jeff Johnson was talking to Matt's boss, and he's like, I'm going to get answers from your boss or whatever.
So then Matt somehow involves the marshals or some shit to keep Jeff out of trial. Like, they flip on Jeff hard, and all of a sudden the death threat is used. So the death threat goes nowhere until trial when Jeff...
And it was clear cut, the guy's going to go kill him.
Yeah. As Jeff Johnson flips and trial is coming, then Matt, on record, becomes concerned about Jeff Johnson because of this death threat that he never even relayed to Jeff Lowe. And so I think Matt Bryant was afraid of some stuff that he had told Jeff Johnson and then wanted to keep Jeff Johnson far away from that courthouse and told the federal marshals, this guy made a death threat.
Yeah, during all this stuff, Matt was telling us a lot of things that I don't think are appropriate, like talking about other people. Or other people's problems. I don't know really what he insists to say, but other than he was kind of loose-lipped because I don't think you should be telling people about other people's legal problems.
What do you mean?
Like Matt Bryant would tell me stuff about, about Jeff's case, that he sent in an agent to talk to somebody that Jeff sold a cut to. Like, why are you telling me this stuff?
Yeah.
So he was kind of loose-lipped, I guess. But everybody knew that Jeff Johnson, he'll flip on everybody. I mean, he flips. Like today, he probably in bed with Jeff Lowe today, and then tomorrow he'll be in bed with Joe. I think he's having trouble coming out of the closet. I met the guy. The guy's a freaking So yeah, I just turned it over, and then that's the last I heard about it. And then somebody told Jeff Johnson that I recorded that call, and then Jeff Johnson started targeting me. You recorded our conversation? I had to record all conversations. So somebody told him that I had a tape of him threatening to kill him.
When?
I don't know.
When it was going on?
Yeah, when this was going on. Because he called me, he's like, I can't believe you recorded that. You know?
Brian might ask him about it. Brian was working on sides too.
Yeah.
I just I'll never understand, and maybe it's just because he's a little gossip monkey, but why he's having so many conversations with Chelsea and Jeff Johnson.